Emergency return. Paralysis. Returning to the body is almost always unproblematic. Remembering and thinking about the body often suffices, and within moments the practitioner is returned to the body from whatever location in the face. Sometimes after re-entering the body, the practitioner suddenly realizes that physical functionality has ceased due to the onset of sleep paralysis. In order to leave the face, the practitioner only needs to completely relax and ignore any perceived sensations, actions, or thoughts. Periodically, the practitioner should try to move a finger in order to check whether attempts at relaxation have had an effect. Creation of vision. Vision is often available at the very beginning of a face. However, there are cases where vision is not available and must be created quickly. To create vision, a practitioner needs to bring the hands 4 to 6 inches in front of the eyes and try to detect them through the grayness or darkness. Peering aggressively and attentively at the minute details of the palms will cause them to appear, much like they are being developed on Polaroid film. After several seconds, vision will become clear, and along with the palms, the surroundings will also become visible. Under no circumstances should the physical eyelids be opened. Contact with living objects. 2 problems may surface while conversing with animate objects in the face: silence or a return to the body. In order to avoid a foul ejection from the face into reality, the elementary rules of maintaining must be observed. Actively observing the facial features or clothing of a person you want to communicate with. While communicating, the practitioner should constantly rub the hands together or maintain strong vibrations by straining the brain. A more complex problem is overcoming the communicative and responsiveness of objects in the face. It is important to treat the objects in a calm manner. There is no use trying to shout or beat the object to force communication. On the contrary, it is much more effective to treat the object gently, without applying pressure. Reading. Reading text in the face may be accompanied by a number of difficulties. First, small print becomes illegible because the effects of hyperconcentration may distort text. This problem is solved by using large font textual sources of information. For example, the text of a normal book blurs when observed too attentively, but the large font on the cover of a book is easily read since its size is sufficient for rapid reading without detailed scrutiny. The second problem encountered while reading in the face is when text is legible but is completely meaningless in composition. Gibberish. This problem is solved by turning over the pages, looking for a readable message. It is also possible to find another copy or create it anew using the object finding techniques. Superabilities. The realism of the face space does not impose limits on the ability to perform actions that cannot be performed in the physical world. It is important to remember that only a practitioner's apprehension places limits on what may be done in the face. For example, if a practitioner needs to get to a location, even very far away, it may be reached by teleportation. If an object needs to be moved from one side of the room to the other, it may be moved by telekinesis. One of the major benefits of the phase experience is an encumbered freedom of action.